This beautiful lady, her name is Sandra, and this is her story. 4 years ago, Sandra got married to her husband. Her husband is a businessman. Sandra is a civil servant. 1 year into their marriage, God blessed them with a baby boy. After maternity leave, Sandra normally dropped her son in a daycare in the morning before going to work, then pick him up in the evening. One afternoon, Sandra's husband called her and told her that he has already picked up their son from the daycare, so that she will not bother going to pick the boy. When Sandra got home that evening, she was surprised that her husband has barbed their son's hair. Then their son was 11 months old, and their son's first birthday party was around the corner, and the boy needed his hair for his birthday photo shoot. Sandra said that she and her husband agreed earlier that their son would start barbing his hair after the birthday. So she was surprised that her husband took their son to a barbing salon without even telling her. But she did not think much of it. After all, he's the man. But that evening, she noticed that her son was so calm. Even when she was bathing the child was so quiet, and she said that this is a child that likes playing with water whenever she's bathing him. Some days later, Sandra noticed that her son will just sit at a place and be dripping saliva. Even the woman from the daycare started asking for extra handkerchief for the child because of the way his clothes were getting wet with saliva. Sandra said she could not understand the whole thing, so she took the child to the hospital. The doctor said that nothing is wrong with the child, and meanwhile her husband was not saying anything about it. She said she went to different places, yet there was no result, so she called her parents. Her father asked her to bring the child so that they will go for findings. Immediately, Sandra mentioned this to her husband. Her husband banned her from going to her father's house. He also asked her parents to stop coming to his house, with the excuse that his father-in-law wants to take his wife to a native doctor. For 3 years now, this boy just sits at a place and drips saliva, and he does not talk. And Sandra's husband is not bothered about it. He has been traveling from one country to another. 2 days ago, Sandra came back from work and noticed that there was no light in her room. The sockets were not working. The fan, the AC, nothing in the room was working. But there was light in the whole house. It's just her room that was having issues. So she called her electrician. The electrician came and tried everything he could, but there was no light in that room. So he told Sandra that he was going to enter the ceiling. When the electrician got into the ceiling, he saw a small pot. After fixing the light, he told Sandra about the pot. Sandra asked him to bring the pot down. When Sandra opened the pot, lo and behold, her son's picture, hairs, and other items she could not explain were inside this pot. Meanwhile, her husband is currently out of the country, so she called her parents to come over. All of them went to see the man her father wanted them to see before. The man told Sandra that her husband did it for wealth and power, but he's going to reverse the whole thing. He said that after doing the work, that Sandra's son is going to be okay, but her husband will become like her son. But Sandra's father asked the man to hold on with the work until Sandra's husband returned back to the country. But Sandra does not even want to wait. She wants the work done immediately. But her father is saying no to that. He insists that they wait for Sandra's husband to return back to the country. Now Sandra needs our advice. Please, do you think she should even do the work so that her son will become okay? Remember, once this work is done, her husband will sit at a place and be dripping saliva. And she's pregnant with her second child. Do you also think they should do the work immediately? Or you think they should wait for this man to come back to the country? Please drop it for me at the comment section, okay? Because she will also be there to read it. Thank you for always watching my videos. I love you guys so much. And please don't forget to share this video, okay? See you in my next video. Bye-bye.